lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go. My bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man. Wow, that was abrupt. Do I sound like me?
You know, it's season 2, and we're still... Well, it says so in the notes, but we're still happy about our intro. You know, the joy, the happiness, the excitement, that jaunty little jingle.
Jaunty.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to A Little Independent, the show where friends talk about independent, obscure, and just plain weird movies. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Oh, wow. You went full Kathleen, name and all.
I channeled a Kathleen Vin Diesel
The time off has
baby
been
love child.
interesting to you. I appreciate the hell out of that. I really, really do.
You know, because I can never have Diesel's voice,
Yes,
right?
It is otherworldly at the least, which makes it fascinating. So we in the description and in the right here in the beginning, we mentioned that we are here at season 2. Hopefully you enjoyed season 1, the climax of season 1, and the opportunity of a lifetime that we had to talk to Arlene Sedaris. I'm still birth squirting. I'm still squirting all over.
And I really, for people that have not listened to the episode that Birth Squirt is in and have no idea what this is
it's
all
our
about.
most popular statistically.
Yeah,
So
it just fell into number 2 by one download. So I know. Not that
all the
anybody's
details. Give it to him. Give it to him all. What color underwear are you wearing?
The exciting gray.
Yeah, thank you. And he shared. I love you, man.
Don't I always just dum 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 dum? Whatever Ryan says, I just follow along.
We are again very excited that we are season 2, and
yes.
we are coming to you from different surrounds.
Everything is new.
Everything is new, and hopefully, to you, our voices are familiar and the quality's good and all the good stuff. But we're in our own spot. We're in our own pad.
A Little Independent has gone independent.
Yes,
right.
We said so in our clever promo, but it really. So now we're here. We're independent, and we're in the lunchroom. How's it going? How are you doing so far? 3 minutes in.
It feels like home.
Yeah. It kind of does.
Yeah. All new our own equipment, our own studio,
and it makes
a
things,
new season.
It makes things. This is a fun show, but I think it's going to make a fun show more fun, and allow for some other fun things along the way. But the thing that doesn't change is that we are talking about strange, obscure, independent, all those different types of things in movies. And I believe when I pitched the idea to you for the lunchroom in a very formal way, in our humble little vision, we have, a few dollars that we put in, and I put a whole presentation together, and I said, here's our thing that we're going to do. And I presented this movie.
Yeah, the lunchroom meeting.
Yeah, we had the meeting, and I put my presentation together, and I followed it up with, first movie of season 2 is going to be this. And people who've been listening to the show and who may be reading the description and understand the star of this film know that this could have been a problem. Like, this is a fuck you to Todd. That's what it feels like,
this
right?
This was your way of getting me to research, to get to know. It was very, it wasn't clever. I knew what you were doing, at least from that standpoint, but you're okay, so I got to research Vin now. I gotta,
Oh,
as
man.
he says, "I can't get next to this guy," and
powerful.
I know
It's
that
beautiful.
was. I know that was. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference if you played those two clips side by
That is-
side.
yeah.
It'd be like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
Vin Diesel.
that voice was so fast. It was so furious.
And you have heard, oh God, I may burst squirt again. and this episode, again, may seem very, very yay for Ryan, but I've told you this before. We talked about it in the lunchroom. I love this movie, one, and two, feel that it is very, very good. And I will say it now. I don't think anybody else could have done the lead role other than Vin Diesel.
Oh, wow.
It's just there's something so great about it. Like I just grin watching it, you know. And it's all right. We'll get into it, but I just want to ask you right before we get into the way that our show starts and we do what we do.
Yeah.
Did you like the movie a little bit? Did you have an enjoyable ride?
Yes and yes.
All right, that's cool.
And I have I have a few
All right,
surprises
okay,
for you.
cool. So the movie is Find Me Guilty, 2006, and here's the film description. In the late 1980s, a low-level gangster named Jackie Denorcio, it said a lot of different times, but Denorcio.
Mr. Denorcio.
Mr. Denorcio.
Sit down.
Defends himself in court in what became the longest criminal trial in American judicial history. So that's the tagline. Or the description rather. What do you think?
Yeah. I thought it was cool that it was based on
And it is based on a
action.
true
Yeah,
story.
and they use the transcripts, and it says right in the very beginning that they use transcripts.
I mean, the description could have been kind of anything, or it could have started with, in a star-turning performance, Vin Diesel. Yeah, anyway,
and you folks can't see his smile, but his grin is like complete admiration.
this is what's really kind of getting me, because the movie itself is billed as a true crime biography comedy crime drama.
I think
Would you
that's
think
spot
that's
on.
it? Okay.
You don't?
Yeah, it's just a lot of things. And maybe I should have paused.
And I drool in my sleep.
Yeah. Maybe I should have paused in between those.
Take a
but
breath.
It's a lot of.
Yeah.
It just feels like they decided to name all the things. I mean, maybe you could take out crime. Because it's just they're talking about alleged crimes, but no crime
because-
takes place in the movie, does it?
But the whole title, "Find Me Guilty," it's all based on crime.
But if
and
anybody
whether,
is a real true believer, maybe dig deep and is there a crime committed in the movie? I don't know. But it stars Vin Diesel. Todd, are you familiar with this actor? It's the same old format, Are you familiar with? Have you seen him in anything?
that enormously large poster over your bed. I've seen that.
All right, that's fair, and only few people are allowed entrance to our room. But yeah, Vin watches over us. But film wise, honestly, I mean, I know. I guess I give you more shit for giving me shit for liking him so much, but
Yeah.
I don't think have you ever seen him in anything?
You're joking, right? He's like Pitch Black. Is what I liked him in. And
Boiler Room we talk about.
yeah, and that one's hard for me to remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it was a stock movie and stuff, but so I went deep. I went
But
in
like ahead of
on
this,
him.
and in our past, we have this fun banter about him.
Right.
But what is you've kind of based your opinion of him on seeing Pitch Black, which we love.
Well, see, I'm in a tough spot here because I'm slowly working up to whether I was right or wrong.
Oh, there is no right or wrong.
Because
That's why we're friends.
I've committed to not being a dieselette. Or
That's
what
where
would
you went with it? I don't know what
would you
his
call a
fans
fan?
are.
Yeah,
But I'm now just realizing that Vin, and maybe this is part of his naming origin story, but No, it couldn't have been. Vin, as in vehicle identification number. That couldn't have been intentional. And he became known for the Fast and Furious, and among others.
Baby, what's your VIN number?
So we jibber jaw about him a lot, and I really do. And I love the guy. I unashamedly do love him, and I think he is fucking amazing in this. And he's so good. He's just so light and fun, and I think really embodies the character.
Okay, so I committed. I committed to.
What do you mean?
I committed to
I'm
learning.
Nervous?
I committed to learning about Vin. To taking the deep dive.
Interesting.
Because I had to know. You know, this is what we do.
Yeah.
And I had to know for myself. You know, is Ryan right? And I'm, just a doofus and just
within the context of our show. You mean? Am I right? Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've bantered on him. I would make jokes at his expense, and you going, you liking the fast movies and all that.
Right. But for a reason. They are ridiculous. Again, I think legit he fucking crushes in this as a performer. But I really like him for the aura around him, for the the things that he brings around him, and that's why the collaborative stuff is fun, and this kind of is just him.
Well, I'm going to take the lead on Vin because I want to see if I discovered anything that you didn't know about him.
Well, all right. His first movie, uncredited role in Awakenings as a hospital orderly. I saw Awakenings in the movie theater. Why? Who took me? I can't remember, but so uncredited. And I think he has 2 early roles that are uncredited, and then he wrote, starred, and directed in a short film called Multifacial. I've talked to you about this.
Okay.
1995.
So you did know about that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you did or not, and I watched it.
And you and I,
you can find Multifacial on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes long, and I recommend everyone out there watch it.
Yeah,
because
it's wonderful.
I want you'll get a different take on him.
Yeah.
So I brought a prop.
Oh.
I brought a book for you to see the cover of.
Okay.
And could you read that to the
it's called Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah, from 1937, but that's here nor there. The Napoleon Hill self-help best-selling book of all time. So I liken that to him now because he utilized. So what I discovered when I watched interviews on this short film he made. So he wrote, direct, produced, paid for everything, $3,000 in 3 days, cooked all the food, swept up after everything. They shot it in 3 days. The whole thing was him. But the reason he did it was because he made it off of his personal experience of he wasn't having success because of his, are you Italian? Are you black? Or are you Hispanic?
Yeah.
And that's what the movie's about, is him going, so he wrote it off of all
it's not a porn. It could be mistaken as a
unlike our phallic symbol new microphones, right?
I'm sorry.
We'll get into that.
I'm sorry.
We'll get into that another episode.
Facial reference to this because you were saying something really nice.
Well, I'm just blown away because he was really struggling, and he wrote about his struggle, and his mom gave him the book, like making a movie for used car prices or something like that.
Oh, really?
And it's out of print
because he talks about reading a Sidney Lumet book.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's
coming up. What are you talking about?
In my presentation.
Is Vin Diesel really here? He is here, isn't he? Todd, bring him. I can hear him breathing. His breath is even heavy. Like there's like a to his breath. Well,
it's like a Rocky. He wrote so he wasn't having success.
Yeah. So
his mom's like, who mom and stepdad were both artists and in the arts as well.
Yeah.
Gives him the book and goes, here, create your own destiny.
Yeah.
Which is why I brought that book.
Yeah.
And so that, and he did it. And then that film got into Cannes and got him recognized by Spielberg. Then he made his own film called Strays, which I
Strays
could
is
not
really
find.
good. Yeah.
I watched the trailer, but I could not find it anywhere to watch it.
Yeah. So now you know how he got the gig in Saving Private Ryan.
Yes. Yes.
One of the rare
they,
times he dies in a movie.
It says that they wrote the part for him after watching those two films.
Yeah.
And today I learned in an interview that when he was, so that film got into Sundance. So imagine you're completely being turned, you're completely unsuccessful, struggling actor, with all your, in New York, right? Of all places where everyone you run into is a struggling actor.
Yeah.
Like LA.
Right.
And then he writes this small film, which gets into Cannes. Then he does a feature film, completely different, not based on a short film.
You're saying we should have done multifacial instead of this.
No, I'm going through his
It's very independent.
his being a self-made
Yeah.
person because nobody was hiring him.
Yeah.
And he's not, he didn't continue with the writing and directing. He just became,
Yeah.
how many now? Let's run them
Which
down.
is kind of interesting that he didn't and he hasn't since. So Strays was 97, Private Ryan was 1998, The Iron Giant was 1999.
But that was just voiceover, right?
Iron Giant was just voiceover. Now watch this. Pitch Black was 2000. Fast and Furious 2001, Triple X 2002. Right in a row.
Yeah.
All like really good franchises.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
So he passed how many? So still Stallone is Rocky and Rambo.
Yeah.
So that's only two.
I got you. Franchises.
And then he
things,
blew
yeah.
by, like you can name like all the top lists.
Yeah. What will he be best known as?
But it all happened because, and
he would be undeniable. Like he will
he
not
was
be
sleeping
denied.
on a couch for a year writing the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a YouTube video, a couple of them. If you watch based on interviews on Strays, there's the making of Strays. If you want to get to his resolve and his how he got his quote lucky break, which is not a lucky break. He fucking went out there and got it himself.
Yeah.
And he's a talented writer. And apparently he went to, I think, Hunter College for writing.
I didn't know he went to school for writing specifically.
Yeah. It was in, I think it was in The Making of Strays, one of his co-stars, buddies.
Yeah.
And they were, in that movie's about, because they were bouncers at all the, all the New York bars, and guess what they are in the movie. They just played what they were and what they knew.
It's a good thing to do is write what you know. Especially if you have a unique perspective on it.
Right.
I've told you about this movie. I just want to call it Babylon AD. I think is a super underrated movie that he's done. Dude, when I say it, Gerard Depardieu is in that movie. It's cool. It's your kind of movie.
Who's that?
Oh, French actor.
Depardieu.
Not even worth going into. The Pacifier. I want to say, as far as outliers go, The Pacifier is super fun. But I didn't even say Vin Diesel plays Jackie DiNorcio. So forgive me. Next build, and as you know, I go by IMDb, is Peter Dinklage as Ben Clandis. You're familiar. So
better known as
these are not a lot of
Tyrion
super indie actors.
Lannister.
I'm just realizing our normal banter isn't here because these are giant, awesome stars.
Well, one of my early indie films, when I first discovered indie films, 20 years ago, started watching them, was Station Agent.
Yeah.
And he stands out in that, Definitely check that out, Station Agent. He's great in it.
And, he talked about, there's a movie, his first film was 1991 film, Shadows and Fog. He's uncredited. It's a Woody Allen film, actually, which is interesting.
Oh.
But Living in Oblivion is a movie I remember liking in the 90s. It's Steve Buscemi. Well, it's about an indie film. Have you ever seen Living in Oblivion?
I know who Steve Buscemi is.
Okay, that's one that I think
I got that one.
Yeah, that one's amazing. And he talks on a podcast that I listened to about his role in this. He talks about that movie, just a great time, and he has an awesome monologue in Living in Oblivion about being a short-statured person, like, oh, I'm just in this dream sequence because there's a dwarf, and it's just weird because I'm a dwarf, and it's really potent. It's funny, and he's just unbelievable. Do you know
he's got a deep voice as well?
He does. He does have a deep voice.
That kind of just hit me too.
Did you know he was in a Lassie movie in 2005?
Oh no,
there was a Lassie
they
movie
made a
still
movie in
I don't-
2005.
So Lassie may be a thing still. I don't know. But
In Scotland.
and in this, a family is forced to sell Lassie.
That wasn't funny in Scotland. Hey, Lassie.
Oh my God! No, it wasn't.
It's not.
No.
When I have to stop you,
No.
go back and explain my joke.
Yeah, and now
It
we're still in it.
definitely-
We've just wasted
it can't-
8 seconds of time.
You will never get those 8 seconds back.
this
It's like
is-
a rodeo rider. Those 8 seconds is everything.
I really like him because he plays again a lot of profound characters. He does
Yeah.
like heavy thing. We've talked about Tiptoes. Have you watched Tiptoes yet?
No. So the only ones
don't
that
know
come to mind immediately is
Movie-wise?
Station 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, so you mentioned Game of Thrones. I mean, it's hard not to.
Yeah. And Knights of Badass.
I was just gonna say that.
yeah. Those are the 3 that I can.
And that's the one that he did when he did not have to. You know, he was fully Tyrion.
Right.
That's remarkable.
You know why he did that movie? I know why he did that movie.
Summer Glau.
2 were.
Yeah,
Have we met?
I do want to say Peter Dinklage is in my favorite superhero movie in a while, the X-Men Days of Future Past. It's the second of the prequel, and you don't get anyway.
Did you see my eyes kind of
It's
glaze over?
It's really unique, and he plays kind of a bad guy. And upcoming, he is in the remake of the Toxic Avenger.
They're remaking it? What do you think about that?
Okay. So I thought this would be a generational thing where we're just a slight difference in age. You would not have any awareness at all of the Toxic Avenger. Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You know it?
Yeah. The indie, I mean, it's been a while, but when I was
Okay. Trauma.
the same indie phase that I just talked about earlier,
No
I mean,
shit.
that was one of those
Okay.
to.
Well, they're remaking it, and to answer your question,
Is it
I think
still
it looks,
Trauma?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I don't think so. I think it's like a decently major, but it looks ridiculous and crazy. Yeah, I think it looks
So
fun.
they're budget a big.
And Peter Dinklage is playing Toxie.
What?
Uh-oh.
He am
You
I
think-
am
you
I
think he
thinking
can't?
wasn't Taxi always massive, like a big dude? Like am I
Yeah.
thinking Swamp
Are you
Thing?
saying Peter Dinklage can't be the
No,
Toxic
I mean,
Avenger
they completely went the
in this day and age? I'm already saying they remade the Toxic Avenger, and you're not on board with it being fucking crazy. Of course, Peter Dinklage
Well,
is
how-
a Toxic
he's-
Avenger. He's got a magic mop. Watch the trailer. It's over the top, funny gore. It's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
And it's
which
just going to be
is
super
your
fun.
favorite genre.
And like I think about actors like that who, I think all things considered, he's a pretty serious dude. You see him in interviews. I think he does play in a punk rock band too, but I think he seems pretty intense.
What does he play?
Guitar, bass, or he sings maybe. But I think maybe he does a movie like that and it's fun, or maybe it's just like serious all the time. Next,
He's a serious actor.
build.
For sure.
Next build.
Oh,
Ron Silver as Judge Sidney Feinstein, and again, these are all people. And this is the first of a weird theme in our show today. So, R.I.P. Ron Silver passed away in 2009.
he did?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't know that.
So, do you get him and Andy Garcia confused?
Okay, I will show you my notes.
Does it say not Andy Garcia? Ron Silver versus Andy Garcia, same guy.
Right?
You said you had one of these, and that's it.
I told you I had a doppelganger for this movie.
No shit.
I have confused those guys, and then
Yeah, I
and
get
then
it.
so
Is this a thing already? It's got to be a huge thing. Them being confused.
Yeah,
I don't hear
it's
it a
been my
bunch.
whole life.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can never like you. Okay, good.
Low key, yeah, for sure.
So you watch this movie on Prime, and then you know how it has those customers also watched underneath.
Okay,
So the
it's
first
all Andy
movie,
Garcia movies.
First movie underneath was Rob the Mob, which is Andy Garcia in a full beard, and if you put Ron Silver in a full beard next to him,
yeah,
especially if you put sunglasses on him, I mean, you're just like, okay, fuck. They are so
Interesting.
they're not exactly alike, but
Well, when they have facial hair, yeah.
for sure.
Ron Silver. Okay, so what do you know Ron Silver from?
Was he in The Arrival with Charlie Sheen?
And Bingo was his name.
Fuck yeah.
That's a great movie, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, I love that movie.
I wrote down
And the ending.
watch The Arrival again.
Yeah, the ending when he turns his legs backwards
Yeah.
like a grasshopper and hops off.
Yeah.
You just lose your mind.
Yeah.
Sorry that I just wrecked the ending for everyone out there.
It's Charlie Sheen with that weird flat top and super manicured goatee.
Yeah. He
That's
has
a good one.
he has a
His
weird
first
look.
movie was Ron Silver's first movie. Let's see if you remember this. It's my birth year. Tunnel Vision. Looked like maybe a sketch comedy. He plays Dr. Manuel Labor. That's his character name. Manuel Labor. Like how racist is that?
And what's his nationality?
I don't know even for him, but that's just terrible.
For Manuel Labor.
He was in, okay, this is an argument. Look this thing up for the best or the worst movie poster I've ever seen. You may remember this movie, Semi-Tough, with Burt Reynolds, 1977.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the poster? Look it up
Ooh.
one time. We may put it up on the it's terrible.
He was a quarterback in prison, in the prison football team, right?
Just look at the poster for Semi-Tough and tell me what you think.
Okay.
Ultimate Ron Silver movie, and I'm not shocked. Time with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh yeah, you lost me at the mullet.
It's a grief mullet if you listen to some podcasts, but
If you pick a
that movie
Jean-Claude
is
movie, I'm
perfection.
gonna club you.
That movie is perfection. and as a villain,
Perfection?
oh, it is. And he's such a good villain in it. Unbelievable. He's also in a movie, a series that two of them, I think. He's in Oh God, You Devil. Do you remember those movies?
That's
George
the
Burns
sequel
and-
to George Burns.
with John
Oh,
Denver.
God.
John Denver? I might be way off on that. I have a blip in my childhood about these movies.
I'm trying to, yeah.
And George Burns plays God, and he's just
Got
fucking
the
George Burns being God.
Cigar, the whole nine. Yeah.
And he was also the villain, and I watched this recently, and not Zoolander, but a Jamie Lee Curtis police procedural called Blue Steel.
I saw that.
Do you remember that?
Oh, vaguely. I definitely
90,
saw it.
like she was really in a awesome time in her career.
Well,
I
that
think
was when she did a movie called Perfect.
Yeah. No,
And
it was way
it-
after Perfect.
No, in that time frame.
Oh, yeah.
You're describing her physically.
Yeah. She, again, we could go on forever.
Again, my first date, Terror Train.
yeah, that's right. Episode, whatever that episode
God,
is. All right.
that's
Third
too
bill.
far.
I cannot wait to talk about this guy. Linus Roche as
Uh-oh.
Sean Kearney. Is he the DA?
Yeah, I didn't do him.
Okay.
Wait, let me rephrase that.
That's okay.
I didn't-
If you relieved yourself to Linus Roche.
I didn't research him.
Well,
I didn't.
Here's the interesting thing. He's the DA in the movie, right? The district attorney.
Yes.
I feel so bad.
I'm so
for
glad
this
you
guy.
told me what DA
I feel so
meant.
fucking bad for this guy.
He's never lost a case.
His first movie, 1985, called No Surrender. 1997, he does a film.
That's martial arts film.
No,
right?
that's No Retreat, No Surrender. Early Jean-Claude Van Damme. Way to bring it back to time.
Yeah. Bloodsport, baby.
1997, he did The Wings of the Dove, starring Helena Bonham Carter and from Swimming Pool, Charlotte Rampling. Did you ever see that? Wings of the Dove? It
No.
looks really weird.
Did you see that picture I sent you of Charlotte from the 70s?
She's a pretty lady. His first big movie was I
Not
don't-
important.
I don't remember this at all. Heart's War with Bruce Willis. I remember
Yeah.
the cover. I never saw it. And it looks like a pretty intense movie, and I feel a little bad for missing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah.
But way back when it
Yeah.
was out. Yeah, because it's reminding me of what's the other one he did with Madeline Stowe? Much more recent than this one though. That war movie, kind of a similar title.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
Was that Tears of the Sun?
Yeah,
Tears of
yeah,
the Sun,
yeah. So it reminds me of something like that.
Another movie that's come up a few times on the show. Here's Where Worlds Cross in 2004. He played Linus Roche, this who plays Sean Kearney, played the Purifier in the Chronicles of Riddick with Vin Diesel. So they crossed over before. And I always wonder,
now we just
like,
need to
when
get to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
You're connecting all
and this guy, Linus Roche, I think his big movie, and you would know him from this, he plays Thomas Wayne in Batman Begins. He's like rappels down and gets Bruce Wayne out of the thing. What do we do, Bruce? When we fall, we get back up. So he plays Thomas Wayne in the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Which is his what? Because his cousin,
Who's
you're saying
cousin?
Thomas Wayne, as to
Bruce Wayne's
Wayne,
dad.
He plays his dad.
Yeah. Not a comic book guy.
Because the kid, no, I'm picturing the scene because the kid, it's not Christopher, it's the kid.
He falls through
it's
the
when he's
thing,
a kid and all the bats circle him.
And I'm going to throw in another good performance here that's top billed in IMDb. You know how I feel about character actors, and this guy is a big one. Alex Rocco as Nick Calabrese. Calabrese.
He made me hate him.
Rest in peace, 2015.
In this movie.
So another
he played such a good job.
He's a dick.
Or
do you like Vin's
didn't-
character so much that when people are mean to him, you're especially mad?
Well,
because the scene in the lunchroom
he was
is
so
shitty.
mean to him, undeservedly.
Well,
within the context
we'll
of
get
that
into
movie.
it in the movie because I agree, but like there's
But
so
I get
much
it.
on the line.
His life is on the line, and this clown is up there. I get it. He'll tear his heart
All right,
out.
so this actor who you hate in this movie, what's his big one? What's the big thing you know him from? Does he like leap out at you like?
I didn't know anything.
In any way?
Anything.
He's Mo Green. He's Mo Green in The Godfather. He's a good mob guy.
Yeah.
But he's Mo Green in The Godfather. I thought you might like pick him out from that.
Yeah. Not jumping ahead slightly, but the director, writer, which we're going to go into, he hired all New York actors.
Yeah, and all the extras.
300 of them.
Yeah.
Cast them
This
individually.
guy has 173 credits. His first film, a 1965 romp called Motor Psycho, with an exclamation point, and it looks wild. It's, directed by Russ Meyer.
What, 63?
65.
So it was before Easy Rider.
Yeah, Motor Psycho, a Russ Meyer film, and it was the starring role. And it's kind of interesting how we have done a couple of actors, usually character actors, who are in the starring role of their first few movies,
right? Which
is kind of interesting. But the Godfather, for context, was 1972. You know what we didn't mention, and I mention it now. Because Alex Rocco, also in this film, Ron Silver is in The Entity. You remember The Entity, right? Barbara Hershey, one of the scariest ghost movies ever.
It was.
Ron Silver is that doctor. Awesome performance. But Andy Garcia, probably in your head.
I saw that. No, I don't remember the doctor.
That movie is scary as fuck.
There's one scene that's burned into my mind.
When the ghost first makes itself known.
Where his fingerprints are.
Oh, no.
That freaked me out.
When the ghost first gets her and the music comes in, I've never been so scared in my life.
But the special effects where it's like pushing into her skin, the hand,
the
finger,
they used
finger marks.
They used strong air current to blow on her skin. I watched the making of that movie. Yeah. All right. So Alex Rocco, also in an interesting movie to me because I loved those blaxploitation movies. There's a few really good ones in the 70s, and he's in a movie called Three the Hard Way with three legends: Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly, all three in the same movie. And this guy, and Three the Hard Way.
Wait, the football stars. So Jim Brown, right? And because he was in that.
So you didn't watch a lot of those movies, those blaxploitation action movies in the 70s. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I'm going to take your silence as moving on. Herbie, what is your feeling about the Love Bug movies? You're a parent around that time.
I think I saw them. No, the originals when I was a kid. I think I heard. Yeah, went to the theater and
All right.
seen him when I was
He was
like
in Herbie Goes Bananas.
under 10 years old.
Yeah. And Alex Rocco's last credit was a horror movie called Don't Sleep, released in 2017. So he was still working up till after his death.
Don't sleep. I know
Don't
what you're
sleep.
thinking.
2017.
Please stop explaining.
Oh.
Are you with me?
No. What lyric?
Don't speak. Is
Also,
that the same?
this cat was in Dream a Little Dream. You remember that one, 1989, with both the Coreys?
No.
Good.
That memorable.
All right. Written by Sidney Lumet. Rest in peace, 2011. I told you. This is a bummer of an episode because a lot of people have passed.
Well, his book, Making Movies, is what Vin Diesel used to get confident to direct his short film.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know how to direct. So he used his book. And then 10 years later, he's in a movie being directed by him. It was his.
Gotta be surreal.
Right. And that's why it was his like life goal.
Yeah.
Like,
And in the DVD extras, because I did watch it on DVD, Sidney Lumet, there's a little bit about, and I was going to use it as a clip if I needed any kind of in-your-face moment, but Sidney Lumet, legendary writer-director, said Vin Diesel, a lot of people know him as fast cars, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's all going to change.
yeah.
and it's kind of cool to hear him, say stuff like that. Sidney Lumet didn't write a lot of movies. He only wrote 4. And I just noted something. So he was in Prince of the City. Did you ever see that? Treat Williams, Jerry Orbach, both rest in peace.
What?
Do you see what I mean? As I was putting this together, I'm like, dead.
This
I
is
feel like Austin Powers.
This is the theme you were talking
Yeah.
about, right? Okay, now I didn't have that theme.
Uh-huh.
My theme's not about death.
Okay, so Prince of the City.
But it is one word.
In 1981, he also wrote Night Falls in Manhattan and Q&A, and they're all movies about corrupt cops. So he seemed to just have a soft spot for just corrupt cops, because every movie he wrote was essentially that.
Well, he's
film.
the New York director.
Yeah.
He's from New York, and so you should watch everything he's directed just because he's that legendary.
Sidney Lumet? Oh,
yes.
yeah. I love him.
So I'm just going to give one word. So he's known as an actor's director, right? Fonda, Brando, Pacino, Connery, Newman. Any of those ring a bell?
Oh, are you asking me
Did
rhetorically?
I hear a bell ring? Did you hear a bell ring?
Yeah.
He's directed all of them.
What do you think his IMDb best known for is?
Should I have said Diesel at the end of that?
All right. Well, we'll get through the writers, because 2 other writers, T.J. Mancini, who incidentally he wrote Los Bandoleros, which is a Fast and Furious prequel,
and this really well-known song called "The Pink Panther."
That's Henry Mancini.
Oh, that was his brother Henry. Sorry.
Wow. That's for a certain audience. Put down your rockers and
No, not
or get out of your
Welk.
rockers. Anyway.
Lawrence Welk. Wait, cue the bubble machine.
Yeah.
And then
And TJ Mancini, again, didn't write a lot. He was a producer on Strays, and he was an uncredited producer on Riddick. And the third writer, Robert J. McCrae, do you know anything about him? This is fascinating. He wrote a 47-minute film called The Other Side of Capone.
Wait, the co-writer of this movie was on Strays?
Producer.
So they've known each other the whole... Wow.
Yeah. Which is also kind of interesting.
Yeah, so how did Lumet hire him?
Or maybe this guy came with Vin Diesel? I was like, I don't know, but he's a credited
that's a little
writer.
too personal for me.
But the third writer, Robert J. McCrae, again, just only wrote true stories about gangsters. You know what I mean? So it's a really cool put together group of people to make this movie. They used court testimony, so they had access. And again, this is a real trial. You can watch footage of this on TV,
and that's how the movie starts. With actual footage.
Yeah.
Just very brief.
So directed by Sidney Lumet. What do you think his IMDb best known for, top 4 is?
Oh, fuck. I just named all those actors.
Yeah, you did. And
All
you're right. You're right
Dog
about
Day,
one of them.
Dog Day Afternoon.
That's one. This is a lot of airtime here.
Well, there's so many.
All right, so I'll let you
There's
out the hook.
74 credits. Hold on.
Okay,
hold
just
on.
take a guess.
Let me see if I can get another
Just
one.
take guesses.
If two of them are Pacino, then it's going to be Serpico.
Oh God.
Network. The Verdict.
All right, so his IMDb best known for
Not good.
12 Angry Men,
See, that's the one I was trying to. That's the Fonda movie.
Before the Devil Knows You're Dead,
that's a recent one.
which was his last film featuring Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Oh, and that movie's great. That movie's friggin'
It
awesome.
is Dog Day Afternoon,
It's
as you
very
said.
dark, but it's good.
It is. And the fourth best known for, and I think maybe this is just for popularity.
What was the third one? I'm sorry.
Dog Day Afternoon, as you said. And the fourth one is Murder on the Orient Express.
I saw that in the movie theater when I was a kid, and I remember leaving going, I didn't know movies could be that good, like murder mysteries.
Oh, 74.
Yeah. So I was like 10, and I was like, it was the matinee at the PG thing.
And how about this? 12 Angry Men, again, we'll say it again, 1957, if we didn't say it before, his first film, first directorial film,
Yeah.
Academy Award nomination.
And he says,
won tons of awards.
and he says, Hitchcock who?
Wild.
One room, the one room,
Yeah.
one, lifeboat kind of.
And you mentioned Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, just fucking amazing movies.
Yeah.
Like top to bottom amazing.
Well, it's what made Pacino.
Yeah.
Pacino's
Yeah.
acting made him, but
And that is true.
Lumet's
That is
there,
true. Yeah,
right?
it's
On
there.
both of those.
Failsafe. Do you remember Failsafe? That's kind of like the precursor of the movie Doctor Strangelove spoofs.
No.
I really like that one.
He directed
You
that?
mentioned Network. I would watch Network again. It's been a while.
I'm mad as hell.
Yeah.
Not gonna take it anymore.
And inexplicably,
Was
maybe
that-
I need to see this again. In 1978, he directed The Wiz. Did you know that? Did you know Sidney
I
Lumet
remember
directed
seeing
The
that.
Wiz?
Now that you said that, the Michael Jackson,
Yes.
Diana Ross, Wiz.
Yeah, he directed it full on, and the set pictures are wild. It's all again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's like a
so-
stage play almost, right?
Yeah.
If I remember, yeah.
Yeah. This film we're talking about, Find Me Guilty, 2 hours and 5 minutes. How did the runtime feel to you?
I think it flowed.
That's good.
Yeah, and
It moves by pretty fast, because as it's paced, it's a courtroom drama. You know what I mean? And it's.
yeah.
I like those. We talked about that before. All right, here we go. Here's the tagline. Todd, unprepared. Sometimes the best defense is a wise guy.
I like it.
You do?
I actually do.
I kind of do.
It's very rare that I like them, right?
Like
I
a
feel like
wise
I
guy,
never like
wise
them.
guy, yeah.
I mean, but that's yeah.
Isn't that wild?
But it's right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what he's portraying. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well, the movie is I technically independent, but you've got Vin's production company that keeps coming up. That's one race. I just wish he could. I see what he's doing there, and that's what kind of comes from multifacial if you don't know him. But the wrong person could see that and be upset.
Well, they just taking it the wrong way.
Yeah.
They're just not understanding where he's
And
coming
it
from when he's
opens.
saying it.
How do you like when movies open with the real footage? It's a
I
real
like it.
Do you? I
it
do too.
Sets the tone.
I'm in.
Yeah.
And then this one's even weirder. How prepared were you to see a very young, probably was always a piece of shit, but piece of shit Rudy Giuliani? Because that's the infamous, he cleaned up, and
he
this
cleaned up
was
the mob. Yeah.
This was part of, and him talking and bragging about the people who he was taking down. So it's real news footage.
And then this one, this case they lost.
I'm just kidding.
Was that too soon?
It's a true story.
Did I?
I was going to say spoiler.
My undies aren't gray anymore.
Isn't
Was that too soon?
that so? But you get into the particulars of this, and I am really fascinated by that, by all this mafia stuff. Not, because there's so many nuances and there's so many different things.
Have you watched Gotti with Travolta?
I haven't yet.
I haven't yet either.
I heard it's just straight bad.
Okay, I don't want it to be bad, so
Yeah.
I want because I mean, Travolta, and he's on, and he's great.
So we have something that I don't know that bothers me. I don't know that I like, but in a movie like this, you have an opening with real footage, and you have the prerequisite Dean Martin, when you're smiling. So does every mafia movie have to have Dean Martin? Is my question.
Okay, so I wrote in, we get there, but this first scene, you know, the shooting and all that, the music.
Did I breeze by your notes? Are you uncomfortable already?
I am.
They have to drink.
I'm struggling, and the budget was $13 million, and it only made $2.6 million worldwide.
We can get
but
to
all
that.
the Fast and Furious movies made $7 billion, $7 billion, and Vin Diesel's his net worth is only worth $225 million. Yet he's the face of a franchise that's $7 billion. What the fuck? Okay, I'm good now. We can go on.
Okay.
I had all those notes.
You did.
There's more. You want me to read?
I know that. Are you okay? Should
Did
we
you
call
see
the
me?
paramedics?
He literally sees me squirming over here. I'm like,
yeah,
Sheldon.
Isn't that something? Isn't
I'm
that
like,
something?
Yeah, you knew what I was having. I was having issues at all this information.
He was peacocking. Did you hear him? He was. So that was good information. Yeah, I think about that all the time. Is he underpaid, Vin Diesel? Yeah. I mean, is he a national hero treasure? Yes. People will just come along in their time, I think.
Maybe
or not, and I don't give a shit if they don't.
Worth $500 million, and he gave it all to charity. Like
I bet he did. I bet he did. The intro has the Dean Martin, and all of a sudden I'm in a mob movie. I don't know if that annoys me. I was thinking about it. I'm like, God damn it! Well, here's the Dean Martin music. Maybe I was angry.
How did you feel about that music playing during the opening scene with all the bang bang going on? Because I wrote in my notes, I didn't like it. It took away from but I didn't want to question Sidney Lumet, right? Like,
no, you know, I think it's cool.
This godlike director, and I'm like going, oh, that music sucks. You know, that's the wrong choice.
No. I mean, it just seemed to me very expected. You got Dean Martin, and you got a guy frantic on the phone, like, oh, I got to whack a guy, and all I got's a 22.
But I mean, I get that they're doing the polar opposite of what you're visually seeing.
Yeah,
but it definitely takes away from the intensity of the scene.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what he wanted, and I get that, and I know what he was doing, but it just, I don't know.
Well, you see a glimpse into a moment that happens before the trial, so it can maybe seem a little confusing, this introduction.
Yeah,
in a way, but essentially you have a guy who's nervous about whacking a guy, who then walks into a home, is recognized as a family member, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So this is true story that I saw in these interviews, which really blew my mind. So the very opening scene when Tony being the shooter, Vin Diesel's cousin, and he's going through nervous fits on the phone, and he's saying, you're telling me I got to plug a guy, and I only got a 22 with a silencer. And if you watch the interviews of the Iceman, who was an actual mafia hit guy / serial killer, I mean, as scary an individual, as close to the devil as you can get. When he was dealing with an undercover cop who he didn't know was undercover at the time, he had to provide, the cop asked him to provide him with a hit kit or whatever. And he literally says, which means a 22 with a silencer. So I got him one in a bag and gave it to him. And I'm like, holy shit, that's right out of the interview. That's what they would use, but they would go right up to their head with the silencer and pull the trigger 3 or 4 times, to make sure they're dead.
Oh.
Because he was complaining about the caliber, 22 is the lowest caliber,
it's
right?
It's not worth a shit.
Yeah. But actually that's what they use, probably because of it's so quiet.
Well,
it's just with a silencer, that's not going to create any phone calls.
Walks into Jackie's room. I'm not going to say the last name a bunch, but Jackie's room.
Yeah. Well, it goes by his daughter first.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. He walks into a home, is recognized by a family member. I'm going, this is bizarre. He's talking about whacking a guy. Yeah. Is he going to get breakfast first?
You want a banana daiquiri? I'm making them. And she's like, you dick.
He comes in and he's terse because he's got to go, kill his cousin. And he goes into the room, and you're realizing what's going to happen. The room is like that carpeting, the blue. It's the ostentatious.
And he's
room, and it's messy. It's kind of a messy room. If
He
you
looked
look.
like Vin Diesel, Jackie, looked like he was dead, like he was in a coffin, the way he was
Yeah.
laying there in the bed.
We gained 30
his
pounds.
hands-
He gained
his
30
hands
pounds for
were
the
like-
role.
Yeah, and you know how he did it? Quart of ice cream a day, he said.
That sounds great to me. Well, he
Do
is,
it, man.
He is shot. So what did you think of this shooting?
I liked it.
Well,
The music I was having a hard time with, as I said, but how he closed his eyes and flinched, and then it only hit him in the neck.
Yeah.
And then, he does the shot with his hand blocking it, and that effect looked so real when
you
it
know
went
what?
through his hand.
It does this shooting.
Yeah.
It feels pretty real.
And
like,
then he rolls off the bed trying to get away from him. Then he plugs him in the stomach,
Yeah.
and that's when.
But what's interesting is the first time, and this is a theme of this character, and that's what's kind of endearing about it, is he shoots him in the neck,
Yeah.
and Vin Diesel's like, "Cut! What are you doing? I love you." That's all he can say the whole time. The third shot, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Right. And how about the daughter's performance when she comes
Yeah,
running in
yeah.
the room?
Yeah.
Her reaction and the
So
screaming and
he survives clearly, and they're and this is this loyalty. I don't know. Do you get loyalty like this? He's in a hospital room. His daughter is smoking, and he's being asked who did this, and he said, "My eyes were shut."
the whole time. Daughter says the same thing. Yeah. Well, I only know this world from movies, and that's how they always portray it.
But the thing that really gets me in that scene is, and you get a little toughness, but he grabs her and he says, I don't, next time, I don't care how many times I've been shot, 20 times, my head's cut off. You don't call the cops.
You call
Saul.
Yeah.
He says, you better call Saul.
And that's what created the TV show.
I'm probably not. And then he's like, and the little throwaway line is like, he looks up at his hand. And he's like, that fucking cousin of mine.
Yeah. You know,
Like mildly irritated, like he didn't bring a dish for the fucking potluck.
no, he says, I want to kill him, which is
That's
a
fucking
repeat
cousin
of
of
what
mine,
his
but, like,
daughter just said.
I mean, like he should be angrier.
yeah.
he should be angry.
Well, he's an enigma because he's a tough gangster and
Yeah.
people are scared of him,
Yeah.
including the devil.
Yeah.
Which is in a later scene we're going to bring up.
Well, so the whole setup of what's happening in his life, criminally or otherwise, is he's involved in a RICO case. It's been a year, so he's meeting with somebody, I think maybe a lawyer, and
So that's Saul.
oh yeah, that's Saul.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the I in RICO, or the C in RICO conspiracy. It's hard to prove. It's been a year. So Jackie goes back to business as usual, which you're like, oh man, it's been a year. So he's feeling confident enough.
Yeah.
And they're like, so he goes back to business, in which we find, what did you take away as his main moves for the deliciously named Mascarpone family?
His main moves.
Yeah, like he's a coke dealer. He does coke for him. Various things, whatever. But his main thing seems to be cocaine, because that's why he's busted.
Yeah.
So he cuts to the hotel room, and
Well, came to that realization during the trial.
Yeah.
When in the opening statements, when the prosecutor said that he was the coke merchandiser and so forth, but he's also an enforcer of somewhat.
yeah,
Like
So
he's
got a
not
rap.
he's not guys around, but
Yeah.
they don't go into detail about
Right.
that. But people are clearly afraid of him
Yeah.
when they're on the stand. They're even on the stand.
And Sidney Lumet in the special features in the DVD, when he talks about the first time he met Jackie, I mean, he's like, this guy's a bad dude. He's a womanizer. He's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
He's a mob guy, but there is a lightness and a kind of and he said the real Jackie DiNorcio passed away during the filming. And when Sidney Lumet met him, he said he was pretty sick, but it was cancer, but he could see it, and he was really funny. And he, despite spending half his life in prison, had these really unique insights on life that were just interesting given his circumstances.
Yeah. So he got out of prison in 2002, like a medical release.
Oh, maybe.
It said, that's what it said in
Gosh.
the very end. And then he died in November of 2004. So that's, and it was during the filming. So they were filming in 2004 and then it got released in 2006 is what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, it's Sidney Lumet does a lot of prep. I mean, I think Peter Dinklage said they did like 2 weeks of full rehearsals.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot, which is super cool. But Jackie is in that hotel room when that scene popped up. Were you like, oh, he's busted?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No, I didn't.
Because like he's straight up like sitting in front of two cops. They just stand up and pull out the cuffs, and he's like, "What?"
I had a hard time. I had to go over it like two or three times to figure out the order and really study what they were saying. So I'm going to save some people some grief. Rico charge, he gets bail, shooting, cocaine bust, back in jail, Rico court case, 20 defendants, 76 charges.
Right. And what's important to know,
but it took me 3 times through to get that.
Yeah.
I was all confused on the order.
But for that bust, while the RICO charge was going on, he was busted for possession, sale, and distribution of narcotics and was given the maximum, 22 to 30 years.
He slept through the trial.
and so that's what he's sitting on.
Yeah.
Like non-negotiable. So he's going into this sitting on 30 years.
He loved,
at least.
He loved it being 2 years long because he got to be out of the prison and be in a holding cell.
So I like, they moved to 8 years later and he's been in prison for 8 years and he's got some, let's say some cachet, he's got a cell, but he's got some privacy on the shitter. You know what I mean?
Well,
like people seem to, Jackie, there
he didn't have
a
roommate, a cellmate.
Oh, true as well, right?
And he had a blanket hanging around the shitter.
Yeah. So there was some semblance, and like,
so
come on, you got to go.
That's his privacy.
God, that's
man. I would be dead in 10 weeks because I wouldn't be able to shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure
4 guys in a cell.
I'm sure somebody'd unplug you.
Oh,
sorry. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Too pretty
okay?
Am I too pretty for prison?
Oh no, you're just fine. They'd like you.
So
they'd
I'm
like you.
Not pretty enough.
They'd like you just fine.
Me,
Don't worry, baby.
We love you long time.
Don't worry. But he's been there 8 years, and he's got a little bit of something, and it turns out that the feds he's being driven to the federal building. As they're finally going to trial on this RICO case.
Dragged off the shitter. Put into a car.
Yeah.
Are you going to... So how big of a star would you say he is in 2006? So he's done...
Vin Diesel?
Yeah. He's
quite a star, I think. Yeah, I mean...
Because he did the first Fast. He did the first 3 movies of his franchises, right?
1,
Triple
2,
X.
3, yeah. But he wasn't doing any sequels just yet, I don't think so.
No, but...
Yeah, so pretty big.
Okay, so my point is that he does this. Well, he would have done whatever Sidney asked him to do, but he does the fart.
Talking about the fart?
He does the fart in the car.
Are you saying he was too big a star to do that scene?
That's what I'm asking.
No, I don't think so.
Well, isn't he the guy that you told me it's in his contract that he can't lose a fight?
I think it's in all their contracts now, but it may have in the Fast and
You're referring
Furious
to The
movies,
Rock?
I think it's in all their contracts now.
In Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Who's
He's
got the bigger ego? The Rock, Jason Statham, or
The Rock,
or Vin Diesel?
The Rock, probably by a lot.
He is.
Maybe that's going to be the thing. I don't know. Anyway,
the biggest.
He's in the car and he's like, "Yay, can you roll the window down?" And they're like, "No." And then he just lets one rip. Yeah. And then they roll the window down, and it's a funny scene.
But his line delivery after that, the way he laughed and the way he went, "Thanks, guys," in the Italian mafia voice. Yep. That was great. He delivered that well, but he humbled himself to do that scene. I was like, well, that was impressive. Yeah. But then I'm like, well, Sidney tells him to do that scene. He's going to do that scene.
Yeah, and knowing that the sound effect will come in later, you're just going to lean over. He gets to the federal building. I love this because there are mouth sounds in this scene coming up that upset me, but they don't, because this scene always makes me hungry.
Like chewing?
Yeah.
What?
A steak should have ketchup.
You've got better speakers than I do.
A steak should have ketchup. Anyway, I love how
the shrimp cocktail.
They bring him in to get him on board, and they were wining him, dining him, and he's like slurping wine and he's eating a steak.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
he knows what they're
and it's
doing,
shrimp
so he's
cocktail,
trying to
he's
get
eating-
he's trying to get as much food.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he realizes, I think, right away, he's been in prison, so like what this setup is.
Yeah.
Like they're so they got steak, they got shrimp cocktail. They're like, you want some
Exactly.
more wine?
So
So
in
he's
this
like
scene,
guzzling all this stuff because he knows he's going to tell him to fuck
in this
up.
scene, did you notice the DA, Sean Kearney, he does a dramatic chair turn as by way of introduction?
Yes.
Do you notice? You did? Okay.
Yes.
I noticed that
He
stuff.
stayed
He's
with
like,
his-
"Mrr," and it's,
And what movie would that remind you of?
there's a lot.
There's a lot of them.
But
yeah.
like I noted it, and I'm going to keep noting
But he was
dramatic chair turn intros.
yeah,
that
and he
a
was
good one.
all stone faced, just kind of
Yeah.
like fingers under his chin.
Like he was waiting. Like, all right, Denise, when you say indictment, I will turn. And he's waiting for his time. And I wonder if like
And
Vin
his-
Diesel's eating. He's like, God damn it, say it, say it.
Yeah. And he's like, he says, when he tells him you're serving 30 years,
Yeah.
and then the chair spins, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be.
Well, so
Oh, his voice
here
doesn't like
are
it.
the deets. You talked about some of the particulars of the case.
The details.
Because you are the criminal investigator. So there's 20 defendants. There's 76 counts. That indictment that he picks up, I'm fascinated by like documents and court documents and movies. He picks up that booklet and he's like, "This is the indictment," and it's all like, and it has to be all that shit, all the info and what have you. I read about this, and you maybe found this. The prep in the investigation leading up to this particular trial, 10 years.
God.
So when they show the in-between shots during the court
Yeah.
of the DA and his people, at some point, one of his office mates is massaging his shoulders. Like, that's not right. They're on equal footing, but like in the 80s, she was a woman, so she had to massage his fucking
Yeah.
shoulders.
And I thought that too, because she's sitting at the
right
end of the
there
table
with him, but
and one of the attorneys at the round table, right?
Yeah.
During all those conferences that they have throughout.
right.
Cut to the end where he's so stressed about the jury, and then she's massaging him.
Yeah.
Like,
So
do you think that really happened?
I don't know.
I
Misogyny in the workplace, yes. I think it happened a
full
lot.
on think that he put that in there because it happened.
Yeah. And I just think it's funny, that steak and ketchup thing. That's from like Hudson Hawk, another movie that I love, Steak and Ketchup. But he's outlining
Bruce is getting a lot of
he's outlining the idea of what's going on, and talking about the different families. He mentions the Bruno family, and I don't think that that's, super relevant, but he does say this is the biggest thing to happen in my life.
this is the biggest case I'll ever have.
So the stakes are set. Like, that this
and
guy's
he's never lost a case.
and he's never lost a case.
And I'm not going to start now.
Did you know the outcome of this before watching this movie?
I did not.
I didn't the first time either.
Yeah.
And it's thrilling each time I watch
I
it.
mean, I was Dorothy skipping down the yellow brick road. It was,
Yeah.
I like it that way.
Yeah. And one thing that's of interest to me is Jackie's lawyer. Do you think Jackie's lawyer is effective? He got his chair in there. Is he an old friend? I kind of get the feeling like,
Well, I think-
Jackie's a guy who would be like, my lawyer's not so good, but whatever.
I want to say that the family probably has, each guy that's like has rank
Like, why is he doing the
has
full
an
time?
attorney on retainer.
Sure.
And he's telling his daughter to call Saul and not the cops.
But we do see, in this trial, you have 20 defendants, 20 different lawyers.
Right.
I don't know if there's a hierarchy, but when we get to Peter Dinklage's character, he clearly is the,
second.
well, I'd say the highest ranking lawyer, because everybody does seem, or no, it's the other guy.
Nick is the yeah.
Right. So like Dinklage is second. So there does seem to be a hierarchy.
Well, Dinklage's client is like second in command, the right hand guy.
Yeah.
But he's the lead attorney of all the attorneys.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a captain.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
So that's
and
what it is.
He's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I like the camaraderie of the mafia, the family stuff. Aside from how they treat
So there's
Jackie.
that word.
Yeah. I cannot believe it took you this long.
Well, no.
He says family, family, family all the time in this. And I'm like, how about that?
Not only that, we're almost there. No, we passed it. I'm sorry. I want to clock the first time.
That kills me.
You know,
That kills me. That's
Vin
hilarious.
Diesel's known for saying that. That's his word, right? That's his Clint Eastwood.
Well, in the Fast and Furious
I
movies.
fired 6 shots. Oh, God, I butchered that.
This is so much fun.
So 4 minutes and 35 seconds in, Vin Diesel says, family.
yeah.
Yeah.
It said a lot.
And
That
that's
is for
when
sure.
he had his eyes shut. And then she's like, why are you defending him? You know, he shot you. And he said, he's family.
It's tickles me a lot being a Fast and Furious fan, but you don't have to be a Fast and Furious fan to like this particular movie.
Well, I wrote down every time he said it and put it in a big square block.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
as we get there in the notes, if you let me, I'll say
I
it.
think we've maybe flipped Todd. He was the bigger Vin Diesel fan by the time this podcast is over.
Oh,
What I like about these movies,
well, he is rich.
is the entrance into the courtroom.
that mean?
You know, they got, you know, you see the real footage and it's people holding, you know, masks over their face and covering their heads, and they all get together. So they're here for court. But they're still like, hey, hugs, and how you doing? Like one guy ends up like in a hospital bed in the whole proceeding.
Yeah.
But they're all like, how you doing? But it's very clear that Nick Calabrese is not a fan of Jackie's
The whole
time. And I think it's
I mean, not a
before-
fan is putting it lightly.
it's
I mean, he fucking hates him.
it's really ugly. And so it comes out that Jackie decides to defend himself pro se. I like that. Like, I think that's what it is, right?
And this
Pro
is
se.
where Ron Silver just shine.
What did you think of Ron Silver in
he
this
was
movie?
brilliant.
Wasn't he great?
I mean, is there a better, higher word than brilliant? Because he was.
So what was it?
He
this
played
time
that
he
judge.
stood out.
He
Yeah.
was, even the way he sat in the chair. That's how judges sit, like big, high-powered judges. How he was leaning off to the side and the hand on the chin. You know, that's like.
Yeah.
I mean,
So maybe
obviously he
did
studied
his
him,
research or something, but
he played him to the T, and even his directness and the way he would say any objections and then take command, lunch
Yeah.
in 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then the way he ruled that courtroom.
But
The
the real guy
he
must
was
have had a
awesome.
hell of a time. I mean, I'm sure he's glad it was a jury trial.
Well,
But I mean, you know, you think about all that was going on. So
it's the biggest case ever.
the longest criminal trial in American history. And
That's what I meant. Yeah.
so by law, so they talk about day one, and it's like I like day one. So you kind of have a trial, like a set.
Yeah.
But they're setting the stage just for logistics.
So-
how hard it was, because what did they say? By law, they all have to see the witness box. So
all the jurors.
Yeah.
Yes. And he asked, and this is where he did the lawyer to the T, but he had the actual lawyer's dialogue and
Yeah.
he used it. But, you know, he says by law, you know, and they all say, yes, and it's on record, you know. And what he's doing is preventing any appeals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, I got caught up in the logistics of it, and I really got caught up in the set, because I think it was a set, and the room looked great. Like a bad movie courtroom set can like really take me out of the movie.
Well, there's two set locations listed for that, and one of them is a New Jersey courtroom.
Yeah.
And the other is, and this came from Vin Diesel himself, set of On the Waterfront
Yeah.
from the Brando movie in the 50s, that they were filming on that same set. And then they were actually
Wow.
filming in New Jersey, where it took, you
Yeah.
know, and it was from New Jersey.
That's super cool. I thought the jury looked pretty fair. Did you
What do you mean?
analyze the makeup of the fake jury in the movie? Because I was just looking at him like, okay, you know,
Well,
balanced women,
Knowing
men.
Lamette, he probably like matched up each. I'm serious.
Maybe.
I'm like the jury foreperson was
I
a
don't know.
woman.
I just noted that they looked
I mean, I bet you
fair.
they looked exactly like
That's a good point.
very similar to the actual jury.
That is a
'cause
good point. So
he was all about making it real.
opening statements, day 4. Day 4. Opening statements. Like, so the
So-
first 4 days.
Did you know this movie was made for our podcast?
No.
That I thought that's why you picked it.
Oh, I picked it because I love Vin Diesel.
They actually charted out the movie so that we could podcast it out. Outline is the word I'm looking for. They outlined the movie so that we would be able to podcast it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
And I wrote down everyone so on the way through day. So they actually post this in writing, right? Day. Sorry, my notes. So you already said day 1, right? And then we get through the opening statements, and then on the night, day 52, day 122, and they block it out how they jump through this 2-year trial.
Yeah.
So they list a day, and then you go through the portion of the trial, and then you go through the portion of the attorneys meeting back in their thing, and then him going back to his prison cell, and then you get to the next, outline title, day whatever. So here's a fun game. You take all those day blocks, and you can play 3-digit lottery numbers with them. 001, 052, 122, 334, 367, 451.
Wow.
Yeah, 463, 521.
Well, if you hit on any of that stuff, send a little something our way.
God, you just steal my thunder, you.
Oh, is that where you're going?
That's where
I'm not
I was
a lotto
going.
guy. I don't really know.
This is how I was getting to our email address. 588
a little independent
621
a little independent at
627
gmail.com.
And that is
Back
it.
to the
So when you
movie.
hit at any of those lottery numbers,
Back to the movie that we're doing. What I guess in looking at the movie this way and being more analytical, I did look at it a totally different way. I think the dramatic dragging of the podium over to the jury box, and you're like, all right, what's that going to be? And then Peter Dinklage gets up.
And I felt stupid because it was so obvious what it was when Peter Dinklage come walking around. And I'm like, oh, duh.
Well, so that was Sidney Lumet's idea. And
that didn't happen?
No.
Oh, so his attorney wasn't.
The attorney, I believe, was regular sized person, wasn't a dwarf. But Sidney Lumet, it was his idea to do that podium thing. That's what's brilliant. I mean, it's so
even
good.
Casting Dinklage.
Oh yeah,
was brilliant
because
he
think
killed
about
it.
how he did. Holy shit, did he?
Yeah.
But think about in a real courtroom, how compelling that would be.
Yeah, and just the way he would smile at the jury to get them to feel more comfortable with him.
But his statements, think about his statements, because a big part of his thing was debunking their lifestyles. Because a lot of the RICO stuff was about, their extravagant lifestyles.
His wife, who's sitting right over here, and their 4 children that go to church every Sunday at St. Catholic, blah, blah, blah. That's a lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember. And then we get to Jackie's opening statement, which I wonder, it must be pretty close because they have court transcripts.
I think they were using the exact, because it said most of it is all from that.
I'm blown away.
Yeah.
Because by all accounts, this was successful because of Jackie, and because of what he did, interacting with the jury and making himself and all of these people seem reasonably not guilty.
Well, and a big part of it from this movie, not studying the whole case itself, but from the movie is the title and his ending, which
did it take you a while to because he does a speech that ties to the title, but did you like that particular?
Yeah, because that's what happened.
I like that a lot.
And they made it seem from the movie that's what saved.
Yeah,
that's what swayed the jury.
Yeah, well, I like how they all retire to a lunchroom. The lunchroom, huh?
Oh.
They retired to a lunchroom. Now, tell me, what did you feel? Okay, did you focus on the lunchroom set at all? What did you feel while they're all so these are the defendants, minus
before
it should be
before
noted
he's
Jackie,
there?
minus Jackie, because he still has to go back to prison.
Yeah.
So, what did you feel about the lunchroom? Did you look at it at all?
No, I didn't feel like anything in particular.
I obsess over that stuff. because you know
the
how I talk
catering?
about food and movie. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So they had, like pasta and
Italian food.
Yeah. In those aluminum pans.
No, the wedding, right?
Yeah,
the wedding,
yeah.
The
Like it
catering.
looked like that, and they were all drinking fucking red wine out of like plastic cups.
But they were all out on bond. None of those guys went home.
But I like those little details in the set direction, like because they were drinking red wine. Like I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
In the middle of a case, but here you are. You know what I mean?
None of them were
that was the
testifying.
Lifestyle.
None of
I get. Yeah. Why
none
not?
of them were
Why not get fucked
testifying.
up?
Yeah.
If you're all you got to do is shut up. But Calabrese, like Calabrese,
Ryan, that was brilliant, Ryan. I just want to say that's what made your name Brian. Brilliant, Ryan.
Yeah. When they start to get into the trial, did you did you start to look forward to when Jackie would get to examine the witness?
Yeah, and it was interesting that I was counting today when I was watching. I think it was like 3 witnesses that he lost, that he fucked up on.
So yeah, and I don't think we have to go through like in nauseating detail about all of this, but there's some highlights. Obviously, he does. I think it shows throughout that he's kind of studying a little bit. He does approach the bench. He asks Dinklage's character, Clandis, for help. So he is trying along the way, but he is really literally winging it.
Well, his opening statement, he plays it where he's nervous, sad, and then he finally starts getting warmed up and starting, becoming the performer. Yeah. And then the hat comes out, and I'm not a gangster. I'm a gangster.
I'm a gangster.
This isn't even my hat.
I'm a gangster.
And then what I liked is how they're doing their, who are those guys repeating line.
Yeah.
And for that one, it was a laughing jury is not a hanging jury.
Yeah.
And both in the prosecutor meeting and then the attorney's meeting, they both say the same line.
Right.
And they use that again in the end when the jury was called in.
Yeah.
They use a repeating line between them all.
Yeah.
Like, only God, and the line is God only knows. Like, what does it mean that they came back in 14 hours? God only knows. So that's Lamette. That's probably
a good point.
I love that kind of writing because it's Butch and Sundance.
Yeah,
William Goldman-esque.
Well, I like how Jackie asks, because he loves these guys so much, and he wants to have lunch with the fellas because again he has to keep going back to his cell. So just being in the room, and the first time he's in the room, it's really, most people are, fine to him, but Calabrese is really, really friggin' mean to him.
Yeah.
And he throws his plate
every time
down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in your holding cell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on day 122.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
thank you. All right. Thank you for anchoring me in time.
The movie was made for this to do a podcast too. I mean, he bricked it all out. God bless him.
Again, we don't have to do every block, but
so hey, easy fella. So he's having lunch with the fellows, and that is again where he uses the word family.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
I have it all blocked out. Family. So it's day 122. That was the reason for all that.
Yeah. Well, the trial is going on, and obviously the prosecution is trying to.
The trial is going on
to show, one, that Calabrese is the boss, and these people are all working for him.
Well, the whole thing is based on, and they lay it out, conspiracy.
Yeah.
The C in Rico.
Yeah.
So, as Dinklage put it, it's 2 people in the same room. That's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
But then there's the whole ice cream picture at the end of the trial.
Right.
He says that's a conspiracy. A conspiracy for us to buy ice cream.
Yeah.
So, that's the whole point of that, is that they could easily get hung just by tying them together, and then all the attorneys are desperately trying to separate them.
But that's a really good way of putting it. And it really feels to me that they seem pretty guilty. Like there's
Well,
every cop in that
room knows, like
and everybody knows.
Yeah,
it's just convincing.
It's the mafia.
12 people.
Well, it's the law. They have to prove
that's what's
physical
so bizarre
evidence
about this,
right?
Because they get into
the people that are telling them the conspiracy.
Yeah.
How many drugs did he take? When he lists, there was at least 12 drugs he was on.
Right. And
so can you trust him?
But we all know. Oh, this is what's so great narratively. We all know the star witness is Tony, the cousin, the one who shot Vin Diesel. So they have all this is leading to this
That's what started the whole trial.
Star witness. So let me, for example, when Jackie is cross-examining, I forget what this guy's doing, and he makes a good point. How did you know they were all Italian?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to create hearsay, I guess, in a way.
That's where you attack the judge too, indirectly, and
get fined for contempt.
Right.
But
so,
it's an interesting angle. You're planting doubt in the mind of the jury.
That's their whole job.
But I felt like a lot of the evidence that the people on the witness stand were presenting was pretty concrete. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the way he because they were in an Italian restaurant, he was using these stereotypes.
Spanish, Greek.
Yeah. How did you know that they weren't Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah. Is Israel Jewish?
Right.
And he named all the Mediterranean countries. And my favorite line in that particular cross-examine was when he said, do they teach you that in FBI school, that's how Italians act?
Yeah. Or
I was like, and he ended up losing that one. But
but he is that the same guy where he's like, what if I assumed it was a bunch of Irish guys?
That's
and
the
they were
Irish
just a bunch
guy.
Of
Yeah, that's the agent. Yeah, when he says when he loses his shit and grabs the mic and says he's an asshole.
Yeah,
how was that? He's an asshole. They got a deep sound effect.
Is that the FBI guy?
Well, he was
because he loses the FBI guy, right?
He was the undercover Irish agent.
That's the later guy. That's the later guy.
Yeah, there's at least 3 undercover ones that testify.
And as we mentioned, there's one of the defendants who has a heart attack during the trial. So all this is happening and a defendant has a heart attack. And I wrote down, surprised this didn't happen before.
Well, they end up having to take a bunch of time off till he's better.
No.
Because the judge won't continue the trial.
When they wheel him back.
Yeah.
Oxygen
tank.
Yay! And he's raising his little arms hooray, I did
it's Louis Capozzi. Hey, look, he's back. Yeah.
But they're all celebrating him and so there's something kind of endearing about it. You know what I mean? I
think it's one word, don't you? Family.
Yeah.
How'd I do?
I think you did great.
Family.
I like the lines, and I thought about this. I don't remember who said this, but the 2 best words in the English language, things change.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
I thought that one was notable for me because I thought that was...
He said that to his daughter when he was talking about his wife.
Yeah.
His ex-wife.
Yeah.
When we get to that scene, which we're not too far... Well...
Yeah.
Depending on how you jump around, I want to just take a moment, make sure we recognize that actress. So make sure we
at one point in time you're in about a year.
Day 334,
and they bring the bed in, and they have to raise him up over. That's the thing that got me. They raise the bed in. They bring this guy in. And I think the guy that Jackie gets right is the guy who gets the Machiavelli quote wrong. Because he does win a couple witnesses.
Well, yeah, then Dinklage crushes him because he's that smart. He knew.
Yeah,
that.
No,
it
wasn't
quote.
Vin. It was Dinklage who
he recognized that he was misquoting.
Yeah. So again, there's ups and downs and different little.
Yeah.
When it's interesting as a court drama, which is really fun.
When the Irish guy was on the stand that we were just talking about, the agent,
the FBI guy who was undercover,
who is
for 2
Irish,
years.
And Vin Diesel did the.
I have to
as an asshole.
Yeah, I have to talk to you. How undercover 2 years?
Yeah,
you're turning, and he says that thing can I still call you Carl? And he's like, well, you call me Carl.
That's a different guy, though.
How interesting. No, the FBI guy was Carl, 2 years. Undercover for 2 years.
He's the Italian guy, yeah. Braden was, Carrie is the Irish guy.
But how intense. And then all of a sudden you're on the stand like, yeah. He did this,
they
he
do
did
that. Like in the biker gangs, they infiltrate them and live that life for all that time. And yeah.
That's heavy. I think. I was thinking about that more this time.
Yeah, you're not going to have
undercover flipping, seeing all these people that.
Yeah, it takes a special person, and they're not going to have a family life.
And that actor, phenomenal.
Carl?
Yep, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yes, that was and he'd refer down to his notes, and Mr. Mascarpone did this. But I do. My clip has to do with this guy.
Okay. Before we get to that. You jumped from 334 to 367 to 451. I just want to say,
take a drink. You should see him panicking over his notes.
I have got. I'm like 2.5 beers in right now. I'm floating.
It has no. Never mind. Take a drink. He's panicking.
I've
over
got
his
brain
notes.
fog all over the place right now. Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jackie tears apart the judge. Remember, and he gets fined and contempt.
Yeah.
10 and 15,000. Did that remind you of any movie?
No.
My biological clock is ticking like this. My cousin Vinny, brother.
Yeah. We just talked about that earlier.
Yeah. So when he comes back and the other attorneys are determining whether they're going to kick him out and the judge is going to kick him out, and he comes back and he apologizes, then his daughter comes and visits him in jail during that time there.
Yeah.
And that was the next only family. Everything else is a fart in the wind. Interesting that he used fart again. No, fart in a hurricane. Sorry.
Fart. Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God I straightened that out.
Yes.
Because if I hadn't, it would have ruined everything.
All right. Well, there were a lot.
Where are you at?
There were a lot of
367 or 451?
There were a lot of cool clips in this movie, and he's grilling the FBI guy who was undercover in his family for 2 years. And again, this was a 10-year investigation. They're trying to get all this information, and there's a particular scene where Jackie confronts Carl, this FBI guy, about using his brother's alcoholism, and I thought that this was pretty powerful.
And you remember when you went to visit my pop in Lewisburg Penitentiary? Very well. My brother Ralph went with you, right? Correct. And he was going up to bring up some liquor. He was going to sneak it in. Right. Now, you knew my brother was a boozer, right? Yes, everyone knew. Carl, you took my brother to see my father. You knew he was a drunk when you left. And you still went and bought him more liquor, right?
It's his idea we go get some liquor for your father. We stopped, bought some, he picked up some for himself. Had no intentions of ever abusing your brother's problem.
But you're an FBI agent. You're an FBI agent smuggling liquor into
your
a federal
brother's
pen.
the one insisted we go.
He was an alcoholic! My father lives in a 4-room apartment with my mother, 4 blocks from the cemetery where my brother was buried. And you helped kill him, Carl.
Wow.
Yeah. Now,
he was an alcoholic.
Interesting that we talk about the fact
I don't have that voice. I wish
that he loses that witness because of what Carl says in return. But Jackie, the real Jackie, and this performance, he clearly was really giving it something. It wasn't just the clowning around. And I liked how he approached
it's personal. It's about setting
he's
things
literally
straight.
just
he's serving 30 years, but everybody behind him is dying because they've got everything to lose.
Yeah.
They're still free.
Yeah.
Right. And if he screws up, then they all go. So they're panicking.
I get that, right?
Yeah.
Like I guess what else do you do?
I get why Nick, the leader, was like going to tear his heart out.
And he
because,
mentions it like this isn't a joke.
Yeah. You screw up. and we all go down.
Yeah.
And you know, you're not an attorney. You're just a wise guy.
Well, and if I didn't do a Vin clip, I would have done the Linus Roche when he's freaking out, because I think there's a certain part where they're in the prosecutor's room and like they're getting nervous.
Yeah.
And he does this unbelievable speech about who these people are. And then he ends it with, "Oh yeah, and they occasionally kill people sometimes."
yeah, that's when he's losing his shit.
It's a good moment.
Everything on his ship you pay more for. Everything with
Now, does that make you mad? I mean, like that would rile me up.
Well, to quote another movie, is he right? You know.
True, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, he is right.
And we can lead into what I know is going to be a steamy pants moment for you, but I really am taken, and I think Ron Silver and the real character, when they have to deal with, and we haven't talked much about Jackie's dad, who he's close with. The mom is sick, but the mom ends up dying while this trial is going on.
Yeah.
And I think that scene where Alan Silver, what is wrong with me? Ron Silver,
Alan Aldo makes a guest appearance.
Has to tell him that his mom died, and he knows that he can't let him go to the funeral.
Yeah. How do you? What was your take on how that? Because I'm assuming that they had Jackie on the set, right? So they knew exactly what went on.
Yeah, I mean, they had access to I don't know how detailed, but
so
first he goes to the bar, and I'm obsessed with that in real life and in movies.
Wait.
So they're during the workday.
Wait.
They're during the middle of a trial, and the judge is like, "You want a drink, Jackie?" So he goes over and he pours a scotch.
Well, yeah.
And then Jackie says no.
Hey, Mad Men, the smoking and drinking at the workplace.
I get it. And then he tells it. I think Ron Silver's performance is really good in this scene.
And it's weird how I guess it's not weird, but it shows that he had respect for him, even though he fined him contempt of court twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had enough.
He's got to. That's the other thing that's so wild to me is he's got to maintain, semblance of order in the court while all this is going on, and all the behind the scenes meetings with the other lawyers, with the judge going, "What are we doing?"
Well, this whole scene is a tension thing because he just stops court and he says, he doesn't adjourn it. What does he say? Recess. He says, we're on a temporary recess.
Yeah.
And then he says, Jackie, I need to see you in my chambers.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking around, and us as the audience are like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you want a drink? He's pouring him a drink and all. And I'm like, I thought he was going to throw him off the case. They handed him a note. So you saw the clerk come up and hand the judge a note. Right before that. That went on.
I had never caught that.
Yeah. So the clerk comes up, hands him a note.
Yeah.
He reads the note, closes it, and then does the break.
I'm with you. I'm with
when
you.
I say I'm with you, I mean I'm with you.
Oh, I love that. Another great wise guy.
Yeah.
Steve Martin, the ultimate
you should
wise
be in
guy.
this frozen food section.
Is that your ultimate movie? Does that
The
redeem
ultimate
the George Carlin bit because of Todd? It's Italian for extra special.
Oh, his name is Todd in that movie, isn't it?
Well, his fake name, Todd and Terry.
Yeah.
His FBI
Wilkinson.
The Wilkinson's nice.
Well, how about, so I got to say, you shouldn't be in the frozen food section. And you say,
why is that?
Because you could melt all this stuff.
You had to redeem yourself? Would you not have slept tonight?
Redo.
Because we don't edit the show.
Started saying,
we don't edit the show, so,
No, what's an edit?
Exactly. That's what
edit
our audience is emailing us. They're
what is
telling
edit
us
backwards? Tide?
Edit 30 minutes off your show and I'll listen.
It's Tide, right? TID.
All right, you wanted to talk about Bella. Let's go. The conjugal visit that never happens.
What,
Vin Diesel, Jackie
were you guys
Cochran.
watching?
Yeah. Oh God.
He's like
It's
okay. So
it's an amazing scene, and
What?
both,
Give me your take on her performance.
the ex-wife comes in, and it's
because of the mother dying.
yeah.
And they're on this recess, so she comes in to see him, and he hasn't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, and he notes of her, in conversations with the daughter, and he says something about so he doesn't seem to have any.
Well, they
anger
foreshadowed it that the daughter said, "Last time I brought you up to mom, she gave me that look like don't ever bring your name up again."
Yeah,
because he told her to say hi.
Yeah,
to her.
and it's clear he's a womanizer, and she says it in the room. So he was.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly a bad husband, a bad guy.
This is just so they hired all these New York actors. So Annabelle, I can't pronounce his Italian names.
Scariona. You haven't seen her in all the steamy 90s movies?
No, but she was the mother in Hand That Rocks the Cradle. She's steamy in this.
Todd's bank is just expanding. I don't think I'm going to see you this weekend.
Ryan just made a deposit into my bank account. Hey, that's a new thing.
Don't make it a thing.
You made a deposit.
We may want to make our first edit, ladies and gentlemen, with that one.
Oh, would you say the tide has turned?
She
edit backwards. Tide. The tide has turned. Come on. That's good.
She had the hair. She had the cleavage.
He doesn't like
she
it.
had the cigarette, and she
she had the stance.
Yeah.
The power stance. She's all Italian. When she did that lean back, stance, hands on the hip stance, a la Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
When the Italian woman is pissed off, and the cigarette in her hand.
All right, so you're going to get her confused with Marissa Tomei and Linda Fiorentino.
Who's
Annabella Sciorra?
Never
mind. Don't worry
say
about
her name
it.
again.
That's wrong. I don't have it written down. I just remember it because
Sciorra.
She's a steamy actress.
She has really.
Yeah.
I mean, not that she wasn't hot. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah, she's been in a few good ones. I can't remember any right now, but
so it's funny that they gave her actual name matches the name of the character, and they used all real name characters, I think.
Yeah.
So she, her name's Annabella, and she's playing Belle D'Annunzio. So Annabella is from Brooklyn and went to all these 76 credits.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm feeling
everybody take a drink.
I've already had too many drinks. All right, get it together. Here we go. 76 credits. She formed her own type of actors theater type thing. I didn't write it all down in detail. Ryan is taking a quick pause for the. So he gives me a dirty look when I tell on him. So Sciorra, that's probably butchering it. Is from Brooklyn. And she's one of the 300 cast members that are from the New York area, or New York proper. I know. I'm getting so formal because I'm all alone here. Oh, he's back.
You're never alone. I never went anywhere.
I lost my crutch.
I've always been with you.
So anyway, she friggin' kills it.
Yeah.
And then
she's great. And they try to get conjugal, and the fuzz bust in, and it's very rude to say the least. And I think it's interesting that Jackie had if this is a true part of it, that he had so much charisma and swagger that he was gonna get to nail his ex-wife who hated him. That's charisma.
Well, that was such an emotional scene about how she went into why wasn't I good enough for you, that you always had to go
and
bang
she was
all
pissed
these other women.
They wouldn't let him out. So she had this loyalty and was clearly very hurt by what he did.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, she was kind of go through the blame thing, and she just she's a very good actress.
So what I think is interesting is the prosecution, and we talked about this, you cut to again, in those scenes where I look at the table, prosecutors are up late, the Chinese food. Maybe I'm just hungry a lot.
You always see the food.
But I like how they do that because, I love the up late at night eating, Chinese food, and think about the wear and tear on these people's lives, the prosecutors specifically.
And they showed that very well.
And they did. And this is why they decide to offer a deal. And that's what's interesting. Holy shit, this guy's really doing something. And they just don't know. That's
it's a jury
fascinating.
trial, right?
That's really
and
fascinating.
they address
to me.
that, like, who hasn't been surprised by a jury trial?
Yeah, and that's what they say, you know, the laughing jury is a hanging jury.
Right.
And I thought
And he's never lost a case, and he doesn't want a chance.
and yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
So the I vote no speech that Jackie gives, that Vin Diesel gives as Jackie in the lunchroom, you know, that I'm going to get into a little bit of minutia here that I think is interesting. One is they've all decided that whatever they're going to do it together, but it sounds like they're going to take the deal.
Yeah, Dinklage says the vote needs to be
It needs
unanimous.
to be unanimous
Yeah.
because if a few of us take and a few don't, right?
And then he says, let's sleep on it. We'll vote tomorrow. And then there's
So-
he's raising his hand, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's an actor's choice.
And Nick actually said, let him speak his piece.
So that's what I was going to say. So Vin Diesel, actor's choice, he's very vulnerable. I don't know if it's the hand raise. I think maybe his suit's a little bit too big. And we've kind of buried the lead. Vin Diesel has hair in this movie. A wig on or something.
It's a wig.
But he raises his hand and he says, I have something to say. And, you know, I love you guys. And it's clear. I never do anything to hurt you. And Calabrese says, enough with the love shit. Just say your piece. And I was like, why the fuck does... It's interesting that he's allowed to speak his piece.
Yeah. And I took that as that's probably the nicest thing he said to him the whole movie.
Oh, yeah, at least, and it's maybe that's great filmmaking because you're like, oh, and that's probably it, and we're just dummies.
Well, that's impressive that maybe Sidney Lumet made a good film. Maybe.
He's made one or two.
I was just fucking with you. I'm sorry.
He says he gives a really wonderful speech, and everybody stands up and votes no.
Right.
But there's one final, everybody looks to Calabrese's way, and I forget exactly what he says. It is reticent, he said, like, I'm with you, but...
No, he just said no.
Yeah.
That was it. And then they tap the table.
And they're like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
But what I find is interesting is Jackie's cell is tossed. Is that because...
The prosecutor did it.
Yeah.
He ordered it.
And so he gets beaten. And again... Yeah. This is that mafia strong, I'm not going to rat, because he says that a lot, I'm no rat.
They were trying to find a connection to him and his cousin. They couldn't find a single phone call. Remember, this was in that meeting?
Right.
And he says, I want his cell tossed. I want everything.
Yeah, just trying to find anything, looking for anything.
Any note, because they're trying, again, the word conspiracy and RICO. Yeah. That's what they're trying to find.
And I wonder if his cousin shooting him hurt or helped. Because you'd think it would maybe be some link, but you know,
I mean, without his cousin, there wouldn't have probably ever been a RICO charge.
I forgot it, and so it's a little wonder why the prosecution
losing his mind.
10 years, 2 years with Chad,
and imagine
what the fuck
the price tag they put on that.
Oh my god!
And then he fucking loses the case.
Holy shit!
Yeah, he said this is the biggest case he'll ever have, and it defines his career. And he's never lost a case, and then he loses this one.
So we have a key witness who, okay, you're a law criminal guy, Tony. I wrote down shit key witness because even Jackie says at one point, he's just a junkie and a what have you. He's just my dumb cousin. So he's kind of I'm like, yeah. And when Clandis cross-examines Tony and he's got that list of drugs, like, oh, have you done this?
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
His name is Clandis.
Yeah. They're really setting
they
guy up.
They had the chart set up ahead of time with all the drugs listed. So they had proof of every one of those drugs.
I understand you've done this, right?
Yeah. And they were hoping he would say no, because they were going to just, if he said no, I never took this, they were ready to go.
I mean,
but he was well coached.
Little by little, by little.
He's like, all right, I'll go down the list and you stop me when, if I'm wrong. Yeah. How many would you say? There was like a dozen?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was so many. And I don't want to give too much away about the, the details of Jackie cross-examining Tony, because I think that's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of really good stuff in there.
Leave something for the viewers to
it's like,
experience.
well, no, I mean, hopefully it'll all be experienced, but
well, I mean, we won't spoil that part.
It's really powerful. It's interesting. We know that the prosecution loses the case, but it's really interesting. Like he to his core, Jackie cares about the I mean, yeah, he shows how this guy's a piece of shit, how it's all circumstantial, how Jackie gave this guy a ton, gave him things when he didn't see it. This guy didn't see it this way. Jackie was giving other people money, not him.
Yeah.
So even that's enough to make a jury be like, fuck this guy.
Well, and the blocking part.
Oh yeah.
I want to make sure are you taking any of those drugs now? Because I want to make sure you're not blocking.
You're blocking again. You're blocking. Yeah.
And evading talking about it is what he's saying.
It's really well done. He does a really good job.
Yeah, it is really good. And then and he's the final witness, and then it goes to the jury.
And Kearney, like, you could tell he's losing it. He's got like a towel on his head. It's not.
He's laying down like he's got a fever. He's got a wet washcloth on his forehead. Because he doesn't know what the jury's going to say.
And by this will make you happy, buddy. By day 621, we begin closing arguments.
Let me turn the page.
Oh, my God. And so I like how they start closing arguments by, I forget who says it, but like, we want to congratulate you, ladies and gentlemen. You're officially in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, that's the prosecutor.
As being part of the longest trial in criminal history. And then you remember as a viewer opening statements and you're like, wait a second. Everybody's got to close now. Well, and it's kind of the same little mantra. Yeah.
They all tied in from their opening statements.
Yeah.
They all played off what they said they would deliver in the beginning. And I'm like, wow. That's what they actually do, but it's 2 years later.
I really liked the scene where, they're going through the closings. I think Ben does a good closing, and it's the lifestyle thing again. And I think it's really good, but Jackie.
Wait. When you say Ben,
Dinklage? Dinklage.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all. I think that's really well done. But I like the scene where they show Jackie in his cell, and he's clearly writing out his speech. And the cop comes in and says, "You got a phone call."
Yeah. I love that part too.
Puts the book over his speech, and he just kind of like, no,
like
I don't want anybody to see.
They'll never find it.
No. I think it's like I don't want anybody to see this.
Right.
It's not like he's doing contraband.
No, but it's
like
a personal
he's in school.
thing.
He's in school. Like I don't want anybody to see this.
But it's not like they can't walk in and take it,
And it's Ben on the phone. And I don't know. It's just like I think a heartfelt, sweet moment where they've been through all this shit together and they're all in.
I know. And he's like, I'm worried I'm going to fuck up again.
Yeah,
like those other guys.
Yeah,
you
did a real good one, Ben. And he
says, he tells him, I don't think you will. And it gives them all
You've
the confidence.
done a great job so far. And I think maybe as a lawyer, that guy's like, we may have pulled this off. We may have fucking done this.
Depending on what Jackie,
you know what I mean?
Depending on what Jackie does tomorrow.
Well, I mean, that's a good point.
And it turns out to be.
And in what way do you think, in what way do you think he would have messed it up?
Anything that would have convinced the jury that it was a conspiracy.
So all he had to do is
they all knew each other.
Just literally say, we're friends, we know each other.
Well,
thank you for your time.
I think they knew that. Tied into criminal behavior.
Yeah.
Because it was 2 years of testimony. Yeah. We just heard tiny bits of it.
That's where I really like the line, I'm not guilty, but I'm used to it.
Yeah, it was after he says, "Find me guilty," and he's like, "Yeah, you heard me." Right.
I know. Yeah. I mean, that's the lead line, but I think I'm not guilty in this particular, but I'm used to it.
Right. No, that was the follow up to that,
which is really cool.
Well, and my part was when he said, again, I got the word blocked out. Let these men go home to their families.
Yeah.
I already lost mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
So
that was a crusher.
He's just talking to people, I guess. Like
from the heart. Remember how he said that? I'm going to talk to you from the heart.
Up to this point, there's so much overwhelming I don't know the circumstantial evidence for sure. I don't know all the details, but it's like, they're guilty.
Well,
you've probably seen them in the news.
How about this? O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I get it.
You think there was overwhelming evidence in that case?
What I noted at this is Ben, as a lawyer, as he's leaving the, because what you're thinking, jury goes for deliberation, for 2 weeks? I mean, what the hell, right?
Well, they each had their own opinion. So,
somebody said, they do speculate days or
So the attorneys say 4 days. Dinklage says at least 4 days. I'm going home.
4 days, right?
Yeah.
I'm going home, right?
The prosecution group says it'll be at least a week. They
Okay,
list
yeah. So
76 charges,
right,
20,
right,
whatever, and then boom, Jackie, the jury's come in. They're going to get him from his cell, and it was 14 hours. The jury had made their decision.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Well, I noted that Ben had a car. Like
the jury wanted to go home, right? After 2 years, or
I guess
they were ready to go.
Well, it's really fascinating that these people who must have, I've been in a jury before, and the jury foreman said, right now, who thinks he's guilty? And it was split. I wonder if it was the same thing. Who thinks not guilty? Everybody, you know what I mean? I can't even speculate what happened in there.
Before you started, they said?
Yeah, just like, hey, right now, right off the cuff.
To figure out who to get rid of. So if you had said,
oh, no, this was after the trial, and it went back to deliberate as the jury.
Oh, okay.
And the foreman said, okay, right now, who thinks he's guilty?
Okay.
Just to get, which I thought was kind of cool. And they hand they give the burden of saying not guilty to a wonderful lady who looks to say it with some glee.
Well, she was the jury captain.
Or a person. She just seemed to me like not guilty. Now, this happens to you. Your defendants, they look so guilty celebrating. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny, but it feels like they're all like doing cocaine on the lines of the courthouse, like, yeah, and about to do crime 5 seconds from there. And they probably did, and they did. And everything you pay costs more.
Well, how about Jackie in the jail cell?
He went back to prison.
No, but the way he celebrated. Did you see that? Like he swings and says he hit a home run.
And the last line of the movie, did you clock it?
That's an admission of guilt right there.
Did you clock it? The last line of the movie?
Oh, yeah. I've got two of them because without subtitles, the last line of the movie was Jackie.
Oh, interesting.
Jackie. Then I put the subtitles on when I watched it a subsequent time, and it was They Love Me.
They Love Me.
Yeah.
You can hear it a little bit.
I didn't hear it without the subtitles. They, like I said, you got better speakers. You got that big speaker. What did you call it?
Right.
What is it? The 5G? Not 5G. That's.
They're not paying us. We're not talking about that.
Oh, okay. The Pioneer S123.
No, it was honestly just in the old bedroom thing. So standard operating speakers. But it's again, this is a movie I've seen a lot. So maybe I'm just kind of used to hearing it.
I watched it 4 times.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So I've got in blocks the word family 4 times.
Awesome.
That he made that reference. So this was planned.
I don't know. I don't think you can try to make a mafia movie without saying family.
Okay. I think you're right. I mean, I want to tie it into the Fast and Furious deal because that's who he is. But I don't think that's incorrect.
I think you did that for me, and I appreciate that. I'm going to take it as such.
But I think you're right. Yeah. I think that was just part of the movie. I don't think he insisted on.
There's no way. He probably said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It was probably 30 times, and now it's down to 4.
He was probably fighting it because he didn't want to make it like, yeah.
All right, so what do you know about Alex Rocco? Do you know that guy that you hated is the real deal? Like, he was born Alessandro Federico Petroni Jr.
All right, let's be clear. I didn't hate his character.
Yeah, perfect.
I hated the way he treated Jackie.
He grew up a member of Boston's Winter Hill Gang. His nickname was Bobo. And he was briefly detained regarding a murder at one point after an alleged personal incident triggered the Boston Irish gang war.
What?
1961 and 1967. Rocco decided
Irish, not Italian.
Yeah, Rocco decided to straighten his life and relocated to Hollywood in 1962, following his detainment and release.
Damn.
Yeah, and the real
no wonder
Jackie
he was so good.
the real Jackie, as I read and understand, picked Vin Diesel, suggested Vin Diesel for the role.
No way.
Yeah.
What? So
And-
Sidney Lumet did.
And
I had no idea how.
but had Jackie or either like said yay or suggested Vin Diesel.
He's like, "Oh, you read my book? Okay, you're hired."
Yeah. Vin Diesel gained over 30 pounds for his role, and it took quite a bit of makeup to do that.
Well, the hair stuff was daily.
Yeah,
and it was
and
a
Vin
wig.
Diesel, he did some method acting. I found an interview where he talks a bit about his process, and during the filming, he and like throughout and a little bit ahead of time, he would lock himself in his apartment and feel isolated.
Yeah.
So then he'd come on a set and just be besieged with about 300 people, and that kind of helped him feel that like jolt.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel also said that he told Sidney Lumet that he wasn't trying to be funny.
I saw that same interview.
Did you?
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, that was good stuff. So I was flipping back in my notes because that's where I have those stats. Like that's what you're going through.
Yep.
And I went too far, and I looked down and it says Mr. Sneaky Man.
I don't know what
That's
that
a
is.
little sneak
Mr. Sneaky
peek of
Man.
episode 51.
Oh.
Mr. Sneaky Man.
Oh, gotcha.
Who says that? Platoon Man himself?
Tom Berenger.
Nope. Men at Work.
Oh, okay. I have memento with that stuff sometimes. Sorry, man. Charlie Sheen.
No, the guy.
So
You love him.
Peter Dinklage.
You love him too.
On that interview that I listened to, he was offered the role and hadn't read the script. Sidney Lumet was so enthralled with him in The Station Agent, and Dinklage said, "You don't turn down Sidney Lumet." So Peter Dinklage, even back then, like didn't have to audition, was just offered the role and said, "Here we go, I'm doing it." Isn't that crazy?
Well, no, because again, Fonda, Brando, Pacino, Connery,
Yeah.
Newman.
So we're gonna get to, as we do,
Oh.
some reviews.
Do you have the new? Are you going to do the? Are you going to use the pad?
No.
So we have this fancy new board, and it's got the sound effects as you'll hear in the teaser, or maybe you already have for season 2. And Ryan reads a review in this crazy messed up voice. So when I say, "Are you going to use the pad?"
All right.
That's what I mean.
Thanks.
Not to be
Everybody's
confused. Well, there's other types of pads that you could be using.
a
Ryan.
maxi pad.
Depend.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, that depends.
Yep. So
that's where you would use the rim shot.
this was pretty well reviewed. This movie.
He tried so hard to go on.
And it's not surprising that there are a few bad reviews, of course.
Well, yeah, nobody didn't like it, right?
But here is a 1 out of 10, and it says it takes 1 to ruin a movie.
It takes 1.
It takes 1, the number 1, to ruin a movie.
Oh, not Juan.
No.
Okay.
I watched this because I was too tired to do something else and too lame to turn off the TV. Vin Diesel in this one reminded me of Sean Penn, who also tried to lift himself to higher grounds. A different haircut can really have some value in case someone can act. But here, that's not the case at all. Come on! What were they thinking? An actor has to know where he stands and what roles to take. In case of Vin Diesel, that's roles that some adolescents can identify with, and I mean not the very bright ones. They could have made this an interesting movie, but chose the other way. Also, it's not very clear to me what the intention was of making this movie. As a comedy, this one is far below mediocre, and not only because of wrong casting. Next time I feel lame, I will try to turn off the TV.
Uh-oh. So according to him, we should ignore everything we just said.
Was feeling too lame to turn off the TV. Next time, will not feel so lame so as to not be able to turn off the TV.
The man does not know who Sidney Lumet is.
I'm telling you. Really? All right.
Totally. And Sean Penn, is that my daughter in there?
That is true.
right?
Yes.
Tell me that wasn't powerful.
It was powerful.
It
I feel it.
ripped my heart out.
All
I
right.
don't mean mine. I mean his.
All right. There are, I don't know, quite a few good reviews. And a lot of them
Did you have a hard time picking
are
one?
unsurprisingly going, holy shit, Vin Diesel can act. So I hope, that's clear, but I'm going to do this one. It says, Vin rocks, May 2009. Warning, spoilers. I've never seen Vin look so handsome. I thought I liked the bald look, but I was wrong. His receding hairline has never looked so good. He has truly transformed himself for his work, and I admire that. I really enjoy the diversity of the movie. Italians, midgets, lawyers, etc.
What?
It really brought things together. I feel I better understand the Italian culture, and I have Vin to thank for that. After watching this movie, I definitely plan on holding out for a true Italian. How do you know they were a true Italian? They carry a flag around with them. Girls, if you haven't dated or been with an Italian, I recommend you do. Jackie D doesn't rat.
Wow.
There you go.
I think you wrote that.
So, ladies, if you haven't been with an Italian or dated an Italian in a while, she recommends that you do. And I think like the film.
You think?
That's what it sounds like.
Or at least Vin Diesel's Italian sausage.
That's right, buddy. Well, we did it. We have recorded an
episode 1.
Yeah.
S2E1.
Yeah. I think that feels pretty good.
I have a warm, tingly feeling somewhere.
Yeah. Well, what's not different about this episode? There's something that, I want to say to you, Todd.
What is that?
We'll always have Monty Doro.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys? You'll love it. It's just a little
Love it. It's just as like independent. You know what I mean? You're about to say.
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're going to love it. It's just a little independent.